So we are now joined by the head coach, the Culver Military Academy out in Indiana, Jon Posner. Jon, first off, I want to talk about your season because you guys came in with high expectations. You were the number one team at the end of last year. You're up there again at the beginning of this season in the national rankings. And then obviously everything happens. How have your seniors especially kind of had this season soak in?
That's a good question. I mean, I think they're all still really disappointed. They've worked so hard, since August to have a season. I think it's starting to now set in that it's like what could have been.
What's been your message ultimately to the team about having to go through all this?
Yeah, it's really it's been don't stop grinding. I think that in times of adversity, there's two roads that you could take, and one is to sit back and feel sorry for yourself, and the other road that we've been harping on is it's a great opportunity to get better and to make the most of what's happening in the world. There's nothing that we can do about it, but what we can control is what we do. What we do for ourselves right now. So really, what we've been harping on is, again, don't stop grinding and find a way to be productive during this time.
I think so much of this lost lacrosse season has been focused on a lot of the college seniors losing their chance to make maybe one more run at championship weekend. But I think some of the high school seniors, especially some of the guys that you coach that are so highly recruited and are going to great schools, are almost left out of this situation, knowing that not only are they losing maybe their high school senior year, but it's going to be really tough because you may have more guys ahead of you once you get to college. What are their concerns, and what are your concerns about their chances once they get to whatever school they're going to?
Yeah, I think it's a good question. I mean, I think it's like any freshman out, our incoming freshman is, what do I do? What do I need to do to crack the lineup? So I don't think any of that really changes as they enter the fall to their prospective college program. I think what we're able to do at Culver is a lot more than a lot of high schools. So, while our season did get disrupted and end prematurely, we still were able to accomplish quite a bit through our kind of what we do here at Culver. So we operate a lot like I'd say college program. A lot of our kids do play other sports, but some don't. And we've been able to do a lot in the fall and do some stuff in the winter. So, I think our kids made some big strides this off season. And I think, they're competitive enough and hungry enough that I think they'll give their incoming team a good run for its money to get on the field right away.
So obviously it leads us to last shift 2020 for a lot of these high school seniors. And you guys, I know, were participating in the first one the Headstrong Foundation did. And then they came up with the idea, well, why don't we do a high school version of a lot of what was kind of started by the college teams here earlier this month. What was it about the last shift 2020 movement and Headstrong that kind of got you guys involved and has made you such a big part of this next push?
Yeah, so we got involved a little late on the college one. We've been having, since our season was canceled, or when we had to go home back March 13th. We've been doing these daily workouts, and it started with just our team, and now we have over 140 alums, current players, and friends of the program involved. And when the first last shift came about, we learned of it over the weekend and the weekend prior to the start of that Monday. And so I rallied our current team to say, hey, let's participate. We were able to get 100% participation plus some of the of my team, and we were able to raise a good amount of money. And that was awesome for us to be part of something as big as the Headstrong Foundation, and then just have some internal competitions amongst our team with the 5K run.
And I think the part for me, and I had a chance to participate in that first one, is it kind of brought a little bit of a closure to a season that didn't have any, because you didn't have a last game. It was hard to have a last moment that really finished things up. So it was a chance to kind of have some closure. What's it mean for some of these seniors to have a chance to kind of rally around with a team that they can't be too close with anymore, and obviously to benefit a good cause with a bunch of people the Headstrong Foundation's helping right now that are struggling with trying to make sure they don't contract this virus?
Yeah, I mean, I think it's always any time that, especially during these times, that we can get our team working towards something together is beneficial for our own team, and especially when you combine it with such a great foundation like Headstrong. So I love the opportunity to be part of it. I think it brings out a lot of camaraderie within our team, and hopefully, hopefully it will continue to help fund the Headstrong Foundation.
Well, Jon, we appreciate all your time. Good luck here on Monday, and we'll be following along. Thanks.
All right. Thank you very much. I appreciate all you guys do.